What's up, Almighty and here, welcome back to the channel. And today I want to start off and just thank everybody for voting and getting me to do this fortress. I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. I'm pretty much fully done. This video is showing you the beginning stages. Next video will be out shortly showing you the final product and finishing it up. So before we even start this video, I know you guys see it, I know you guys notice the brand new channel art, and I want to just thank Edmund. He's a good friend of mine. He's a party member. He's in my D&D campaign. Awesome dude, awesome artist. I mean, if you're looking for anything like this, channel arts, just regular art, he's amazing. Check out his Instagram, link in the description. Please go let him know that Almighty N is sending you over there. Show him some love, guys. And I just appreciate him so much. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. And with that being said, let's hit that intro. Alright, so here it is. This is the supplies I will be using to build the fortress. Now all you need is cardboard and then cut it out to the desired length you want. I'm going with these sort of U-shaped kind of pieces, kind of beat up. I don't measure. I barely draw out, as you can see. Couple mistakes. This one's really small. I don't know if I'm going to use this one, but it's just getting some regular cardboard. Some of it is double perforated, some of it's single. Doesn't really matter. This is all going to get pretty much covered up with styrofoam. Now, it just takes too long to show you guys that process, and I feel like that's really boring, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you don't really have to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to cut these pieces out. Now, you can cut them any way you want. Like when I did the mountain, I just did circles, and if you want to do like straight, like pieces like this, like similar like size and similar shape, just don't do this. And with the mountain, I went with big to small, so it just kind of went upwards. This one I'm going with pretty much the same sizes, except for the small one. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but we'll see how it all turns out. It won't be hard to actually use it, because I kind of do want a piece at the top. I might cut out a bigger piece than this, because I have 5 layers with this piece, and I don't think I want to go 4. Now, what else you're gonna need is a knife, kitchen knife, any kind of knife. If you have a box cutter that's like really long, this will be fine. Then that will be fine. I use a knife. I find it easier, just really simple to cut styrofoam. Box cutter to cut out the cardboard. It doesn't have to be pretty, because you could cover these edges up with cardstock, which is like cereal boxes or whatever, and then paint it black, and you won't have an issue. Honestly, when I did the mountain, I didn't even do that. Came out looking good, no problems whatsoever. So box cutter, knife, hot glue sticks, 99-cent store for 20 of them, $1. Hot glue gun, I think I got this for like $3 or $4. I don't use the high heat ones and all that crazy stuff. This works perfectly fine for budget crafting. Now, like I said, this is all trash crafting. Now, $1, $3, $1, free. It's in my kitchen. My wife hates it. If you want to use scissors, go ahead. These came in a box I had that was like 75 cents I paid for it. So I didn't pay for the scissors, pretty much. So very simple, very easy. And now we're gonna start cutting some styrofoam. So let's get right into that. All right, so what I did was I just cut a brick off of the section that I am using, and this is gonna be kind of like the size that I want for the walls. Now, I'm just gonna cut them into bricks. I'm not measuring nothing, so I'm gonna probably cut it in half too, who knows? We'll see how it all turns out. But yeah, just pretty much I don't cut out big slabs, and I don't want to take up too much space inside. So that's why these will probably be cut in half, but I just want to show you. So I just go like do like a sawing motion, and it usually will give you the cleanest cut possible. That's what you want. Try and get the cleanest cuts. Now, always shave off this piece. Try and stay thin. You don't want to take off too much of your styrofoam. Or I don't, whatever they call this crap. Now it comes off relatively easy, and this is going to be a messy one. So I'm probably gonna want about that size. So let's cut this again. Yep. Now I try and take it off in one shot, like that one. Boop. And oh, this one's done. So then what I do is I'll usually cut off the edges just to make it not so straight lines, because I don't like straight lines. And then just kind of flick off some of these little sections. I don't know if the camera catches that pretty well, but that's gonna give you your like rocky texture. And don't make them too uniform, you know? Go different angles. Just give it that like look. And trust me, once this is painted and then you do your dry brush over, it's gonna look way better. Then you just add it on to where you want, and that will be, you know, your sides. And now this is the most time consuming part of doing this whole thing, is going to be cutting these pieces, getting them layered in. And with this one, I kind of want to keep it to where they're all about the same size, and I want everything to kind of sit flat, you know? So that's why I'm going with the same size bar. And like I said, be careful on your cuts when you're shaving off the thin layer, because this stuff right here does not take paint. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This does not take paint well. The inside takes paint extremely well. So just be aware of that. This is gonna be messy. This is gonna be a long process. So what I do is I just usually get up, I do chunks, I cut them, I get them ready, I get a bunch of them ready, and then I'll either do, after I have a big chunk and I have no more space to put them, I'll start hot gluing them in. Be careful with your hot glue, and like if you have a high temperature gun, be more careful, because it will melt, but it usually cools fast enough to give you a good strong hold and stay on, you know, without melting your styrofoam. So just be aware of that. Now I'm gonna cut up some pieces and hopefully get one section done so I could show you guys that, and we'll get right into that. All right, so now that we got most of this stuff cut up, I just cut up some blocks, and now we're gonna start gluing them into place. Now this is going to be what's gonna give it that like fortress type look, because I want this to look like built into the side of like a mountain or like a cliff. So this is gonna be what's going to, you know, make it look that way. And the only issue is it's a little bit bigger than I was hoping for, but I'm just gonna cut a little bit deeper to account for this, and that should be fine in the next level. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna glue a couple into place just to show you how I do it, and that's it. So I just get on the smooth side, just throw some hot glue, and then find places that I want these to sit. Boom, because that one's like a little bit edged piece. Now I know this, let me get that glue stick in, there we go. I know exactly where this is gonna go, so let's go there. And make sure you get it to where you want, because after you're gonna have a harder time doing that. Now, like I said, I know these are way shorter, but the next level is gonna sit right on top of this, and then boom. You know, I'm probably gonna have to stack some stuff, thinner pieces on the top, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Okay, so does that piece fit? Kind of. I want something a little bit better. And that should do the trick. So that's it, just some hot glue. Now I forgot to mention that Elmer's glue will work just as fine. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, perfect timing, right? So I forgot to mention Elmer's glue will work perfectly fine for this. With my mountain, some of the pieces, actually I think all these pieces were done with Elmer's glue. My last craft I did, the scatter terrain, that was all done with Elmer's glue. So it's a strong hold, a good bond, but this is just a lot faster. Like this is pretty much like instant bond once it like dries, which is pretty fast. So just letting you guys know. So that's gonna be it. All right, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for the next one coming out soon, where I will have these like getting ready to paint, what I'm using, what paints, what colors, and get it built and show you guys the building. That should be within the next week or so. I'm gonna try and get this done quick, but you know, I have a life other than making some YouTube videos every once in a while. So, you know, bear with me and we'll get right into that as soon as possible. So thank you guys for stopping by. Catch you in the next one.